Frequent flyer flies, la 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 la. Frequent flyer is back.
What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer? Welcome back to the channel. Smash the like button to show your support. And if you're new to the channel, I'd like to extend a warm welcome. HD0 did me wrong, y'all. So we had to switch it up. We out here with the Fat Shark Dominator Avatar HD goggles. Going digital. Tried the HD0 and it wasn't working out for me. The cameras kept burning out, y'all. So now we about to try this. We got the Nano kit version 3 from Walksnail to install in one of our drones. Right now we're going to do an unboxing. See what comes in the box with this. We're going to check out this. We got the bat knife on deck. So this thing comes in a case. Got a few other things in the box. We got this little QR code for the full manual. We got a little quick guide here for the binding process. Give you a little bit of the details about the goggles. Quick start guide. We got this microfiber cleaning cloth for the goggle lenses. Let's open it up and get to the goggles. So here are the goggles. We're gonna have to buy some antennas too. We have this adapter cable that goes to XT60 to this barrel connector. Let's set that to the side. What else we got in here? Not sure what this is. Looks like some little pads or something. And that's it. Little carrying case. Store it back there. Let's have a look at the goggles. Immediately I noticed this on here, y'all. It looks like my goggles came shipped with some kind of scuffs or something on here. And it doesn't appear to be able to be wiped off or anything like that. So not happy about that. These goggles are brand new. And so I don't understand. I just pulled these. It had these little lens covers on here. Protective plastic covering over the lenses there, but these scuffs here on the front, I'm not liking that at all. So I have no idea what this is or how this happened or whatnot, but it looks like I have scuffs along the front of my goggles and right here as well. Hopefully it powers on and all. I don't have any antennas for it yet, so I can't really test them, so that's a bummer. I'm tempted to just send these things back. Let's keep it moving. Let's check out this thing. This is the Walksnail Avatar HD Nano Kit version 3. Okay, what's this? Oh, this is a little setup card. It's not in English though. Oh, maybe we can. Okay, yeah, so this thing folds. Okay, we have the English in the inside here, so it's showing us what we have to do as far as the Beta Flight settings, the UART settings and all inside Beta Flight. Shows you how to upgrade and all of that stuff. Let's set that to the side and look at the system. So we have the little camera in here. The lens is covered. We have the VTX here. Digital VTX. Check it out. Has a little socket right there. Have a plug right here. So let's see what else. We have a USB to that little plug that's here on the little VTX. So I'm guessing that goes there in order to connect this thing through USB to a computer or phone or whatnot. And we have an antenna here for the VTX. And we also have a mounting bracket. So this is to mount the camera. And that's all we have in there. So you guys can look forward to me dropping this thing inside one of my little drones. One of my little micros are going to get that. And we're going to be flying with Walksnail now. As soon as I grab me some antennas. Alright y'all, so I got a little anxious, cut the video and all, and went and ordered me some antennas and used some of the antennas that I had on deck already and got this thing all set up. And I had a hard time setting the actual quad up with the Walksnail system on it and all, and I grew frustrated with these goggles because I was having a hard time getting them updated. So, man, it was a whole thing on this thing being updated as far as the memory card. The little SD card has to be no more than 2 gigabytes. And so the 2 gigabyte cards are really hard to come by nowadays in the stores and all. I ended up having to go on Amazon and I found me some 2 gigabyte cards in a pack of 5. I'll have those listed in the description for anybody who need them. Because this thing would not update. It would not read the larger cards. And so now I have this thing updated to the latest firmware and everything. Also, if you have this updated, or rather you have the VTX updated and the goggles not updated, it's not going to connect. So you have to have both of them updated. And so now everything's connected and all. And I also noticed that these goggles had this little scuff mark right here on the front. And so I grew frustrated in between doing all of that with the setup process and everything. And I decided not to keep these things. At first, I was thinking that these scuffs here wasn't a big deal. But as I grew more and more frustrated with setting it up and all, I was like, I'm not going to settle for anything other than what it's supposed to be. So I ordered another pair of these things and I plan to send these back. And to my surprise, the second pair came with the same scuff. Not as bad, not as pronounced. But as you can see, there is a little scuff there in the same spot. At first, I was thinking that these scuffs had to come from production or whatnot, because these things are brand new out of the box. These are not used goggles here. And then I realized that it has to be the stitching inside this little case that it comes packaged in. This thing ships in a little carrying case. And I think the lining of the case there, as you can see the stitching there, I think that's what those scuff marks are, guys. They can't be wiped off as far as I know. I've been trying to wipe these scuffs off these things. So I think I'm going to send this one back and keep this pair here with the less pronounced scuff on it. I'm not going to send them back again. So let me put these off to the side. I'm actually going to use this one for the flight before I send these things back. I have both pairs of goggles updated, by the way, to the latest version of Walksnail, and I ended up putting that little version 3 Avatar HD system in this thing. This is the TCMMRC Junior Racer, and so I managed to get that installed in the Junior Racer. The Junior Racer is on 4.2 as far as the beta flight, and I didn't have much of a problem with that because I used the preset, and there's a preset in there that has the Avatar HD VTX settings in there. So all I had to do was apply that preset and everything was set up for me. And I just decapitated the old analog version. Everything fit in here nicely. This canopy here is a canopy that I ordered off Amazon, and I did a lot of modification to it to open it up so that the VTX can get some air when it's flying. Might look ugly, but it works. And also this lollipop antenna that comes with this system is a little large, I think. So I've been thinking about swapping it out. Let me show you guys what I was going to swap it out with. I was going to swap it out with this little TBS antenna here. Have it like coming under the bottom there and sticking out there. And I'll have that same zip tie, well, another zip tie identical to that one, holding it down. And I figured that'd cut a little bit more weight, but this thing is 2S to 4S capable. But I have this this little flight controller has a little socket there, and on the socket it has a VBAT line there. So this is battery voltage going to this thing. So I don't think that I can use 4S. I'm definitely not going to try, because I think that this version 3 Avatar HD system only works with 3S, up to 3S. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. So I'm going to stick with 2 to 3S. Really only like to fly this thing with 2S though. Something this small. This is a 75mm whoop. I really don't think that they're very efficient with 3S. Flying on 2S is just fine for these little things. So let's get this guy up in the air. Check it out, y'all. Alright, y'all, I'm out here with it for a maiden flight. This is actually the second maiden flight. It was the first one. It didn't record. These goggles are really crazy as far as SD card options that you need to use. I was unable to update it with a larger card, but that 2GB card that I used, I was unable to record video on it. It didn't show up. So we're back out here again. Got a 128GB card. We're flying with a 452S on this guy. Let's try to hurry up and get it in the air. Oh man, I forgot to turn the goggles on. So we got the goggles on now. I gotta wait for this thing to start up. It takes about 3 minutes for this thing to start up, y'all. So it seems like, anyhow, I didn't want the battery to be out here long to get cold, but can't help having to wait for these goggles. Okay, looks like we're on now. Let's see if I can record it. Okay, looks like we're recording. Take off with this guy. It's windy out here too. We had a windstorm. The top of my little canopy right here off and everything. No RSSI reading or anything. So it looks really clear compared to HD0. HD0 has a lot of static. This thing is showing no static at all. So I'm really happy with it, y'all. I'm Unfortunately, I'm flying with I have FR Sky on this thing. Should be enough to fly around here though. Let's try to come through here. Don't want to end up in the alley. Okay, so we're at low battery. It's giving us low battery warnings. Oh, we went down, y'all. Ah, man, let me go get this thing. Looked like the battery came loose or something. Oh, no, it didn't. We're still up. Sheesh. Banged out, y'all. I think I might have hit a line. Yeah, low battery. Try to bring this guy in. Okay, so let's try to stop the recording. Make sure we got the recording. Banged out with this little guy, was able to retrieve it. The video went out for a second, but it came back and I was able to bring this guy back up to the deck. Little adventure in the morning for this guy's second maiden. My first crack at Walksnail. So far I like it. I think it's better. Really didn't notice any delay or anything like that and everything, so I'm happy with it. You guys can expect to see more from this guy, more Walksnail videos. Might dab a little bit into HD0 as well, because we got a new micro system from them. But right now we rocking with the Walksnail. Thanks for watching.